Okay, good morning everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We're going to talk about job satisfaction today, and we have a special guest, Dr. Ahmad Dabroom, the head of college and institute in Royal Commission. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome.
Okay. First, we'd like to thank you for applying our request for sharing knowledge and help us to the presentation. We would like to ask you about the job satisfaction, okay, in your organization. How do you do the job satisfaction? Okay, how do you rate it? How do you evaluate this? And how do you proceed to do that?
Okay, for job satisfaction in general, that you need to define first the terminology, so everybody will talk about the same language when we talk about it. For us in Royal Commission, job satisfaction can mean many things, because especially living in Yamba or Jubail, it's a complete environment that they provide you. Some people, they can come to us, especially in colleges and institutes, and also especially for expats, because of most of the time, because of our location. We are close to Makkah and Medina, so people, they like the location. The city itself also attract people to work in a very nice environment and quiet environment. Also the quality of the colleges itself, because sometimes people, they would like to have something in their resumes, and if they will work in good colleges, that can sound good in their resume. This is from the career path. But when we talk about the job satisfaction, sometimes people, they think the satisfaction can come just only from money. But the satisfaction that we look at it, for us, as one of the strategic goals that we have in our colleges and institutes, how we can be a conducive academic environment. When we say conducive academic environment, that the laws and everything that govern is academic environment. So in the academic environment, you find all things in decision making or policies or requirements are available, and it will go with the bylaws of the academic environment in general. That's the reason I said that you need to specify, when you talk about job satisfaction, you need to specify what exactly. Sometimes people, they take it because we do survey every year, and sometimes people, they take it to the housing availability and the quality of the housing. Some people, they would like to look at it in the education of their children. Sometimes people, they will look at it at the health service provided. It depends about the choices of the individuals. So it's not that something common that you will find. In general, for the Saudis, the salary scale for Saudis is compatible with the university status around us. We give similar packages to other universities. So for Saudis, there is no problem in that regard. But there is in Royal Commission, there is an added value, and that added value will come from, especially for Saudis, is what they call it home ownership program, where people, after they stay a few years, and they can own a house, and it will be for them, and they can get subsidized, paid for the house if they stay for 10 years in the Royal Commission. So you need to ask more detail. What do you mean exactly in the job satisfaction, so I can answer you.
Here is a question. That is, what's the foundation? So the job satisfaction.
Foundation?
In your own view, yes.
Okay, actually the organization that you are working in, you find people, they would like to work in a certain organizations, similar to the Royal Commission. People, they hear about Royal Commission and they need to be part of this successful organization. So when you work in an organization and you feel that you are very proud of being part of this organization, this is one thing. The second thing is the career issue, that how you can grow in your job. And also Royal Commission, they give that one very positive view for that one, where you can, as an academician, you can have like training programs. We have what we call it Education Development Center to provide training for our staff. Also the Royal Commission, for the people who are in different acting positions, they provide training programs either inside the kingdom or outside the kingdom. In
what do you think are the factors for job satisfaction?
The question is similar to what your colleague said, but the factors is the environment.
The environment
Yes,
is,
money is not by itself is the main contribution, because when we say the environment, sometimes it look at the management that you are working with and how they can get you excited about having your vision and your dreams to satisfy it. Also, when you work in an organization, the roles and responsibilities are very clear. That one will help you exactly how to achieve the goals. In the Royal Commission, especially here in Yambor, we have what we call it annual business plan. And according to this annual business plan, people, they have certain roles and responsibilities to do that. And there is accountability for all these things. As environment, I think in general, Royal Commission, it has a good environment in general compared to the other organizations. So we can attract people. We don't have difficulty in attracting qualified Saudis, but because we are in a special business, and that business in industrial education or technical education or applied education, those people who are really in this kind of field, they are limited. This is one thing. The other thing, right now there is a big booming in Saudi Arabia for jobs. So there are many universities are establishing around the kingdom, about 27 or 28 universities around, where people sometimes they can find close by to them job place, so they can go easily while they have the relationship with the family. So to attract someone to come from different places so they're able to come to Yambor, you need to take in consideration that these things capable to attract. We find ourselves when we go for recruiting, especially in King Abdullah Scholarship Program, we go to the States to recruit from the United States, we find actually many people, they would like to come and work for Royal Commission. But we are picky in choosing people. Yeah.
Okay. You as a manager, how can you affect the employees to be satisfied about them jobs?
This is a difficult question because you cannot have one condition for all. Sometimes you can find that some people that the environment, it satisfies them. Some people, sometimes the challenges, it satisfies them. Sometimes you find some people that they have very clear role and responsibility to satisfy them. So as being a management position, you need to sense the feeling of your employees and your staff, and you give them different challenges.
Yes.
And these challenges actually keep people alive and keep people they would like to work. But if job is become more about routine job, you find people that they are not much satisfied in doing the job. Alhamdulillah, luckily we have young people around us, and they are very active, and we are trying to push them also hard to do a good job.
According to your expertise, which one of the two industrial cities has the most satisfaction among cities in Saudi Arabia?
When you mean between Jubail and Yambol?
Jubail and Yambol.
This one you cannot measure in everything, because we are talking about colleges and institutes. Okay, if you compare between colleges and institutes, because both organizations they have the same roles, the same responsibilities,
Same role, the same responsibility.
the same packages and everything. The only thing that we try here in Yambor to work is to provide the complete environment for academia. When I say the complete environment for academia, is how we can provide challenges for them from research point of view, from training in education development. For example, we adopted student-centered learning and also active learning, and now we are adopting problem-based learning. All these issues, it's some kind of challenges that you provided every time. Also, we are trying to link the entrepreneurial spirit in our students, how the teachers in the programs, they will encourage the students so they can be entrepreneurs. Because understanding the role of the job is not just only teaching. We are trying to build people for the future. So I think I work in both places, actually. You can see the same challenges and the same environment. Maybe Jubail is a larger industrial city, so you find some of the challenges is different than Yambo. Yambo, the industry is limited according to Jubail, so the challenge for Yambo is more. It means that we need to find other opportunities. Like sometimes we go to big cities like Jeddah, also Riyadh, to attract and for our students to find jobs. And that one, we are not just relaxing because we are in Yambo and it can provide good jobs for our students. No, we have to go out and to reach. So the challenge in Yambo is more, which make it interesting for me.
Oh, as a personal choice.
Yeah, as a personal choice, yes.
In your job life, there's any story, small story for with employee in satisfied or dissatisfied?
It depends. I mean,
Any small story.
as an individual, to make the job more exciting is to find challenges. And also you need to challenge the status quo. What I mean by the status quo, because sometimes people, they like stability.
Yeah.
And they think with the stability, things will be very clear, but the job will become some kind of a routine.
Yeah.
For me, I put some kind of targets. I come in this job and I spend certain time in this job. And there is some kind of things I have to add. And then if I did not add these things, I have to find some kind of challenges to add. For me, this job is my 5th job. So life it keep interesting. I'm sure there is other stations in the future. I will look for it.
Yeah.
What is the best advice that you can give for students or for job seekers,
Mhm.
okay, during their job search period? How do you recommend them to get the satisfaction?
First of all, you cannot find a job of dream from the first try. So you have to work in different organizations, in different places, and you learn from what you learn, what you work with. So from there you will learn, I mean, what is the challenges and what is needed for the market. I think for students, the first jobs, it has to help them to build the foundations. It's not the job satisfaction will come from the money or anything. Just find the job which can build to your expertise, to your knowledge, and if the challenges are more aggressive, this will build you a good job position in the future. So you don't get just, sometimes people they think, oh, the government job is more relaxing and very well established. But actually, all kind of jobs has different stress. Nobody can think that the jobs will not have stress. All jobs have stress. But how you can excite yourself with what you are doing, what kind of challenges that you will find. So I suggest in the beginning, try to find a job that you can find yourself in. You can contribute. You can have an added value. Also, it will be a good learning experience because what you have learned in the college and the school, it's just about the foundation knowledge about the world. But the real knowledge in the world will be in the work environment. You will find sometimes difficult bosses. You need to learn how to deal with them. You will find challenging bosses in their requirement, how you can achieve the target that they are looking for. You find their expectation is very high. So how you're going to deal with these expectations. I think planning will be a proper way of doing things. And also make diamond, I'm sorry to say that, but always try to make your expectation high about what you are giving. So think most of the time about giving more than getting. Because in the beginning, if you thought about just getting, then maybe you'll find a limited job that can give you something more, but it will not, for the long run, it will not make you grow. So you need to find a job that at least will equip you with the different skills, different attitudes, different competencies is needed for the future, and from there you can grow. Maybe your second or third job will be a better job, but make use of the first, second, up to third about how you can find your career for the future.
Okay, personally, are you a challenging boss or are you like an easygoing boss
You need to
for
ask
your
the people.
employees?
No, you need to ask the people who are working with me. You cannot ask me this.
No, I mean, do you think that to be challenging boss is better than to be an easygoing person? Or?
No, because what you are asking is too conflict. There is a conflict in what you mean. You can be easygoing person, but doesn't mean that you are not challenging. When you say easygoing person in a way of dealing with the people, so you can accommodate people, they can feel easy that they can reach you, but at the same time you have standards. You need people to give you this level of standards of service. So that's the reason I say that what you said, maybe you mean don't push your people hard, so let it go, and it will come. No, nobody will think about this way. But it's you have to bring challenges, because usually if you bring me someone busy, you find those busy people, they can give you results. But the people who are not busy, they will not give you results. So every time you have to make the job for your people, every time it's challenging. Just I will give you something for you. Is now one of the challenges that we are making for you, especially as school students in our schools. There is a plan right now is to make in the coming 3 years, all the exams will come from third party, not from the teacher who's teaching.
Oh,
Yeah. So it will not make the teacher relax because I did not give them that much hard, but I can make them memorize certain questions. I make it here and there so they will knew it. No, what we are trying, similar to what we did now last semester and also this semester with what you call STEP for the English. Exam is coming from third party. Our role and responsibility is to teach. Okay?
This is structure.
Yeah, this is a new way of doing the things.
How do you feel when all employees satisfied from you?
Satisfied from you, from the job.
From the job, from your job.
Because they can give you more. If people, they really think about the job and they are satisfied from the job. When we say satisfied, that not satisfied by not giving people work, okay, or by just giving people what they want, but satisfied from the challenges that you provided to people. Because I'm sure for any teacher, it's better that I can work in my comfort zone to the students. I will not push the student hard. I can give them expected questions. So you find many of them, they will get A's, all these issues. But then, so I'm sure the students, if they will go later on graduated, and then will say that we did not learn in this organization. Okay. So to make it more better is pushing people, making more challenges, raising your standard. You don't put your expectation very low, and that will push people to stay in their toes.
Do you think the personality or non-ethical or ethical things affect in job satisfaction?
For sure.
How?
Because job satisfaction, part of it depends on trust.
Yeah.
If there is any unethical behavior, that will lose the trust. Especially we are in academic institutions, ethics has something that we pass it to our students, because we supposed to be an example, and those people who are as an example, they have to reflect the value that they have. So it's not just you need people to do the job. We knew that, for example, one of the narrators of hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was looking and he was traveling to another country, and he saw the guy that he's coming to take hadith from him. He's putting his thawb and he's deceiving the animal to come as thinking that he has something. And then when he found there is nothing in the thawb, just the animal came, he did not take from him hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So how do you think students they will accept if the teacher is using unethical way of these things? No, we're supposed to have value of what we are doing because we raise quality people for the future.
At the end, considering everything, how satisfied you with your job?
Me?
Yes.
Alhamdulillah, it's not the issue of the job that makes you satisfied, but how you can make the job satisfying. Yeah, I mean, fulfill your needs of satisfaction. This is the main reason. Because sometimes, especially for someone working in a higher management position, you don't have daily duties that much. You need to create the job for yourself. Sometimes you need to make the time difficult for the other people, either for staff or students, not by making it difficult. In essence, you need to, in Arabic, تقرف حياتهم, but it's actually to raise the bar of the standard. For example, now you find in the summer, many students, they will cry because there is no many courses for the summer. Because we limit all the core courses and 100 courses not to be delivered during the summer time.
Can you tell us why?
Why? Yes, because actually our part of the large portion of our strategy, especially for this year and the coming 2 years, which is the whole 3 years, is the quality. We are concentrating in the quality. Concentrating in the quality, we cannot make the summer semester is just a passing semester. Because if people they think, okay, I can take the course with whoever, I will just pass, because the challenge will come when they go to the second course with the proper foundation. They did not take it in this course. What will happen? The other teacher will complain, and the students also will complain. And the summer now is coming during Ramadan. And we did with a simple calculation. We find with Ramadan, the reduction of time during Ramadan, we find that the time that the students they spend, it's almost around 5.8 weeks out of the 8 weeks. So it means that you are almost about 6 weeks of studying with the exams. Okay, imagine what kind of learning you're gonna have in a course. It's supposed to be taught in 14 weeks, and it also some of the knowledge has to be comprehended. It's not just go and memorize it, yes, but you need the students to understand it.
Yes.
We know that the summer, as in any international schools, summer will be for the courses that the nature of these courses are light. Okay, for example, courses is like the Islamic studies, some of the English courses, which is not that like in the writing or something which need a lot of skills. So we limited all what we are delivering to the courses which will add value, but it's not that very strong courses that need huge attention from the students during the summer.
Aside of the educational career, which one or which department of the Royal Commission do you think that they are working on the job satisfaction more?
HR, because they have department now, I think it's related to the evaluation and career path and all these issues. So they have a department that they fulfill all these issues. Especially in our Royal Commission, they give a lot of attention for training of staff.
So do you think that training is like a base for the job satisfaction? To be satisfied at your job, you have to take a proper training first.
No, no, not that. Training is actually if you need other skills, which you don't acquire these skills, you find training provided. Because part of frustration sometimes, you feel frustrated that they ask you to do certain things, and you don't have the proper skills to do it. So training, it will help you just to release the frustration and to know how to do the job that you need to do. And this is but training by itself is not just the issue of job satisfaction.
But it has a part of it.
Yeah,
Certain
because
part.
part of the unsatisfaction will come from frustration.
Yes.
For example, if I'm a secretary or assistant secretary, my boss will ask me about doing a PowerPoint presentation, and I don't know how to use a PowerPoint presentation. So every time I try my best to do certain things, but I don't know how. My boss, he get upset, and maybe my evaluation will get low, so I feel hopeless. You find some people, they go and train themselves, but some people, their nature is passive. So maybe if you provide training for them, you release part of
The job
the stress that they have.
Okay, this is for the satisfaction. Okay, what about the dissatisfaction? What are the factors for the dissatisfaction, and can be found here in Royal Commission or not?
When you ask can be found in Royal Commission, I cannot give you what I can give you in general.
Okay.
It's about part of unsatisfaction is about the environment sometimes. It can be. Sometimes can be from the bosses. It depends about how's your boss. Because when you come every day to the job, not all the people that they think about the issue of salaries or something like that, but they think about the place that they're going to spend about 8 hours every day, and the environment and the people who are doing the job and their colleagues. They think how this will enrich them. But in general, you find people that they are relaxed. If their just boss will ask them to do their job, then they feel, oh, the boss is, harassing us or something like that. Then you will find that unsatisfaction of the job. But sometimes organization, they do actions. It can make the morale of the people will go down. And that can affect the job satisfaction. So I suggest any organization, they need to do something. Communication is very important thing. You have to communicate why you are doing this. Okay? And why the organization is adapting this kind of methodology. Then people, they knew why this is happening. For sure, you will not satisfy everybody, okay? But at least you explain to them that these are the rules and regulations that we are following. So it's, and most of the time, I think, it's the individuals. They have in their mind some kind of utopia that they think and they build, but they are not delivering according to the requirement.
So there's like a big gap between the expectation and the reality.
Yes, for sure.
And it's, most of the time, it's the individual fault. Because he, as you said, he built his utopia
Yes.
upon expectation,
Yes.
but not giving a lot of work or not giving a lot of hard work to reach that
Yeah, because
point.
whatever job environment that you are in, it depends about you, you make it success or a lose story. If you remember, there is a saying of Ibn Taymiyyah. He said, when they put him in prison, he said in Arabic, Jannati fi sadri. It means even if they put him in prison or something, but his garden is in his chest. He can reflect whatever he would like to these things. So it's the mind state. but you can be in a work environment is not very proactive, but you can very proactive. It's unactive environment, but you can be very proactive in the organization. It's you. It's not anybody for it.
Individual do
Yeah.
matter.
Because that's the reason I go back again to the beginning. Take all these steps as something part of your career path. So don't think, oh, they deserve this amount of work, I'm gonna give them. No, it's a time that you are spending. It's your time, it's not their time. Okay, they are paying money for you for this time, but you stay, for example, in Royal Commission of Young People, 6, 8, 10 years. What is the value that you benefit when you're gonna go to another organization and you're gonna sell this value to our organization? Is it 10 years? Is it 20 years? Or is it 5 years? Or is it 1 year? So it's you who can make the difference. So it's not the job itself. That's the reason all the time I wish people themselves, they knew they are the one who can make the difference. That's the reason in the Quran, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. The change all the time is coming from within. It's not coming from the outside.
Okay, Dr. Ahmed. At the end of our session, how satisfied are you with our questions and our approach to you by asking you these questions and this session for our presentation?
Actually, I'm happy for one reason. I don't know if your teacher encouraged you to do this one or you thought about it, because learning cannot come just only from the class, can come also from the reality. And I wish IMT department and also management science department, they benefit from being here in the industrial city and learning from what's happening around and what's going around and engaging the students with the real life, because we are in industrial city. So it's easily that you can go somewhere and you can communicate with people who are really working and understanding what their challenges. And then we can bring these challenges inside the classroom and how from these challenges we can learn something as students. So it's not just only something will come from the books. But I'm happy when you ask me for that one. It's my lunchtime. So you use it, it's okay.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
And we would like to thank you also for accepting us on this short notice. And I hope you're satisfied with the results of your hard work and our hard work also.
It depends about your teacher if he will accept what you did or not.
I think Dr. Faiz will. Hopefully, I think he will.
Okay, so then we're gonna sell it then.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmed, for your time.
Thank you. Good luck. I wish you success, inshallah. Salam alaikum.